Ash rained down like a funeral shroud, suffocating the once vibrant cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. The air reeked of sulfur, and the ground trembled beneath the wrath of a God who could no longer endure their sins. Long ago, in the twin cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, wickedness flourished unchecked. The cries of injustice and sin reached heaven, and God resolved to destroy the cities. But among the people lived Lot, a righteous man, and his family. God, in his mercy, sent two angels to warn Lot and lead his household to safety. The angels arrived at Lot's home under the cover of night. They urged him, "Take your wife and daughters and flee the city, for its destruction is imminent. Do not linger or look back, for judgment is at hand." Reluctantly, Lot and his family prepared to leave. As dawn broke, the angels hastened them out, grasping their hands and leading them beyond the city gates. Behind them, Sodom and Gomorrah began to tremble, their wickedness about to meet divine judgment. "Run to the mountains," the angels commanded, "and do not look back, lest you be consumed." Lot's wife clutched her daughter's hands as they stumbled through the desolation, fleeing into the unknown. Her heart pounded with fear, but it was not only fear of death, it was the fear of leaving everything behind. The laughter of familiar voices, the soft murmur of the marketplace, the life she had built, all swallowed by the flames consuming the horizon. "Don't look back." Lot's voice cut through the chaos, but his wife's resolve was faltering. She could hear the screams of the dying carried on the wind. Couldn't he hear them too? Couldn't he understand that her world was back there, burning to ashes? Her feet slowed, her gaze lifted. Just one glance, she told herself, one fleeting look to hold on to the past, to say goodbye to the life she once knew. She turned her head. It was a moment that would last forever. The searing heat on her skin became unbearable. Her breath caught in her throat, not from fear, but from the sudden unrelenting stillness overtaking her body. Her hands stiffened, her legs rooted to the ground. She couldn't scream, couldn't cry out. Her body began to crystallize, grain by grain, her flesh and blood hardening into salt under the judgment of heaven. Lot's wife became a monument to regret, a silent witness to the destruction she could not leave behind. Ahead, Lot and his daughters ran on, unaware of what had become of her. But behind them, the once living woman now stood frozen, her gaze locked forever on a world that no longer existed. The story of Lot's wife is a haunting reminder of the cost of looking back when called to move forward. It challenges us to let go of the past, trust in the path ahead, and obey the voice that leads us to a better future.